Hi. Okay. Sometimes I wish I didn't create this because it's a big responsibility on me. So, writing. How many of you enjoy writing? How many of you enjoy writing in ASL? Good. Alright. So, I grew up in a hearing family. And they would all talk all the time, but they wouldn't sign. So what did I do? I just read constantly. Years later, when I was 9, I entered a deaf school. But I was waitlisted for a while because they were building a new dorm. When I got there, everybody was signing, and it was kind of a shock. But I didn't really know how to express myself properly. I understood the idea of expressing yourself, but I didn't know how to do it the right way. But how do you express yourself like a human? What is a human? So, I was born in 1960, but I wasn't really born until I was 9, and I entered the deaf school. And that's when I became a human. Seeing all the signing and just people I could connect to and interact with, that was really when I became a human. So, growing up in school, around the age of 12, I really enjoyed writing. But I had to give all my writing to my professor, and she'd give me all this feedback, but I was doing it wrong, apparently, according to her. But I decided to just copy her and then write in English all the time and imitate her as best I could. So I was just writing in English all the way up and through college. So years passed, and I decided to write a novel, but I was having a really difficult time writing. One day I was just sitting with my coffee, about to write. I typically write in the mornings or at night, but during the day I'll either teach ASL or nap. So I was writing. You know what? I have a question. If I can't write in my own language, who am I? It's a true question. That really impacted me to think about. Then that really meant something to me. Like, who was gonna try to figure out a way to write in ASL though? Not me. So, I just accepted writing in English. And I would copy people who were writing in English to copy the English language. Before you learned about how some phrases and words don't have translations in other languages. That's what I learned for ASL, that's how I felt. ASL is very visual, and a lot of times English falls flat. English isn't enough for me. So what am I going to do? I just accepted it still. Accepted the English language. So I was really looking for my identity, but it was really non-existent here. It didn't exist in my writing. I was trying to write, but I want to put something on paper. Why? I want ASL on paper. When I moved here, well, I live here now, but I've been back and forth 4 times. When I moved here the first time, though, I really interacted with the deaf community. And a lot of people saw that I had skill for writing in English. So they all asked, oh, can you write for me? Can you write my book for me? Can you write about me? But why? Why couldn't they do it themselves? They didn't want to. When they're in schools, their teachers just made them so discouraged because they would just write wrong and corrections all over the paper in red ink. So I could write for them, but they'd pay me, but that wasn't the point. The point was that they're losing their self-expression that way. So I have a quote for you. So it's hearing people live Hearing people are born to live, but deaf people are born to explain. Honestly, I'm tired of explaining myself. Who can explain us? No, not who. What can explain us? No. English, I'm tired of it. I don't want to work anymore. I want to be able to write in ASL. So what do I do? But hold that question. I want to show you something first. Now, these two pictures, they're of Mount Everest. Have you guys been there before? Or it's in the Himalayas in China. So what do you see? Who drew this? An artist drew this. So we appreciate it, but it's limited because we're only limited to what the artist wanted to show us.